TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Winternomics. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome. Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome.
Greetings, everybody. Not the show host you're looking for, I'm pretty sure, but it's the show host you're gonna fucking deal with, you sons of bitches. What up, niggas? This is the closest thing I got to a motherfucking pep, nigga. This is what's gonna be today, niggas. I don't give a fuck how fucking hot the show art was, niggas. This is your motherfucking host, bitch. Please, can I get some motherfucking... Whoa, my eyes just popped out of my head. Some motherfucking respect on my goddamn name. Yeah, buddy. What it do, niggas? What it do, niggas? Yeah, Kermit Frog was not a fucking bad voice, right? If I kept that up, though, bro, it'd be over with. I can't keep that shit for the whole show, bro. I'll be in character sometimes, motherfuckers. So, how the fuck are you? Holy shit, you guys are throwing mad bits and stuff. What's happening on this show? The bits are raining. Peace Outside Tricky became a new member. Mr. Pole. Adam. I'm Robbie. Holy shit, Macolette. What did you do? Now I'm wondering what the hell exactly you meant in DMs, because I can't remember exactly what stat you were asking me about, but boy, what do you know? I can do Kermit Frog. I can't do Miss Piggy, but I can do that motherfucking frog. God damn it. I grew up with that bitch. You guys know about Sesame Street? Yeah, exactly. If you grew up with Sesame Street and the Muppets, nigga, you know. Yeah, so for anybody who walks in like, what's Clone Classic about? This is probably not what you're looking for. But it feeds right into our theme about messenger bias, right? Do you have messenger bias when you see Kermit Frog on here in a market show? It means you're the dumb money. As crazy as I look, it means you're retarded. If you're having a problem looking at this, knowing the track record of the show, and this is psychologically affecting you, right? Is it a me problem? Or is it a you problem? The Toxic Revenger. In case you motherfuckers don't know who that is. Yeah, I was in a very cartoony mode earlier, so if you guys don't know Tiny Toons, you missed out on your childhood. Your childhood sucks. But the fucking Toxic Revenger is fucking hilarious. At any rate, I'm sure you guys who know the 80s movies know the Toxic Revenger, but fuck him. Toxic Revenger, goddammit. Alright. Let's see. What do we got here? So, what happened this weekend that we picked Kermit Frog? Well, shit. Every alt season, you get one shot, guys. You get one shot. And on Friday, y'all niggas asked me a question. And that question was your one shot. Now, we've been watching murder support, murder clusters, mass shootings and shit. I don't know how if I can really do the show and fucking Kermit the whole time, but it's a pep show, so we gotta fucking use Kermit. Anyways, back to the situation at hand. You guys asked me this shit. Nope, not that shit. This shit. Where is it? Where's a normal chart that doesn't look ridiculous? Oh, I didn't make one. Well, let's just watch the video, shall we? It'll make life easier for ourselves. So, oh, speaking of weed, I didn't even smoke my weed. Where is it? Oh, true. Where's the volume on this motherfucker? It must be this guy. Is this thing retarded? Let's see what this looks like anyway. I haven't pulled this guy up in a while. So, this thing's up something ridiculous. Could they do it again? Never, ever underestimate the power of the meme community in crypto. I'll tell you that right now. If you guys seen what they did with Sheep, if you've seen the first version of Pepe, you never really underestimate these motherfuckers. I'll tell you what. You never underestimate the power of stupid people in large numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the meme community. Some of them are fun, don't get me wrong. But in all honesty, yeah, they could do it again. I don't know. It's ridiculous that they managed to get that thing fucking another round. But yeah, that thing's passing right. This thing's only 110 million market cap. They can make $1 billion out of this thing. No kidding. It's just one of those things when memes go crazy, they go crazy. But this is, again, something, guys, that I tell you, right? This is April, right? This is the April month, right? You don't see shit like that in bear markets. If you've been in crypto long enough, you don't see shit like that in bear markets, right? All right, so it's 7. Well, goddamn. Well, goddamn. You don't see shit like that in bear markets. The most key thing about that, and like, oh my God, who did this? How fucking funny is that? I've never been Pepe meme before. I'll take it. Shout out to Arch Nemesis for fucking that hilarious ass fucking meme. Meme community, baby. Never doubt the meme community. Meme community is a fancy word for fucking idiots, but never doubt, stupid people in large numbers. It is a thing in markets, is it not? So, you guys asked this one, and I told you market cap, possibly this, and then we tweeted it just to see what people would do with it. And yeah, when we always scrunch the bull flag up so you don't get, your psychology doesn't tell you that because it's at the top of the physical screen, it's physically high. That's what people do, right? We don't trade these things on fucking like the proximity to the fucking, top of the screen and the linear scale looking like it's huge because of that. We trade based on potential market cap, right? And capital inflows. So this is the way you should actually think about most of your charts. If they have a lot further to go, then they have this kind of potential. If he's really going to be $1 billion market cap, then in hindsight, he's going to be down there once he reaches up there, right? And all that's just a fucking bias. So, we know that within the clone community, I'm not exactly well favored. So putting this right in front of a bunch of people that don't like you and watching them all stare at you like you're an idiot is just fucking, it's sentiment things. You know how that works. So yeah, I wasn't kidding. Billion. And I don't tweet shitcoins much. I definitely don't tweet meme coins ever. If y'all niggas watch this instead of your thumb up your ass, did you make the same trade as everybody in Clonex that hates me? Did you? Did you leave that one sitting on the ground and miss out on that one because I didn't tell it to you the right way? Or I don't look the right, I don't get the right messenger? I hope that's not the reason. I really hope that's not the reason. It's not the reason, right? Right. Good. I'm glad we're here now. So, because if it was the reason, you'd be this guy. Nobody wants to be that guy. Got to shake our asses a little bit in the fucking Artifact after party, if you guys peeped that. Little Nomics in action, you see that? Tickerson fucking on his ones and twos. Have no idea how the fuck nigga got up on that rail, because I damn sure couldn't get up there, but fuck it. At least one of us got up there. This, I never realized the shortcomings of being a short person, but these chibis, boy, I think I'm learning a lot about you fucking midget motherfuckers, and life is tough out here. But, trying to just, get my spot. Artifact after party was dope. So, what else do we have here? So, the final tally on this bad boy, we have that chart. We definitely put it out there. We definitely put out there. Shout out Blocks. Appreciate you, homie. I could not get up there. I was looking for the spot. So if you guys paid attention this morning, I also gave you a little warning. You should be at a free roll by the time you're here. If you fucking ticket from the show, you got almost a fucking, almost a half a billy on top of the fucking 110 that he started at. More than halfway there. Can they get it all up there? Maybe a good college try. They get it one more shot, But this right here, guys, this is alt season. This is also many innings into the game. If you know baseball, 9 innings in a game, this is definitely past the halfway point that you see things like this, because the kind of money that's going into this is people that have made money already in the wave from Bitcoin 15,000 to 30. Not that they played Bitcoin, but that there's been an alt tide running and there's been risk-seeking behavior. We've talked about it, right? We talked about the shooting clusters. And that, if you're down, we're buying. Well, that shooting cluster chart, we put on the show from SPX 500, right? Up there, daily. So many things are turned on this bitch. Why don't I see anything for you? Oh, there he goes. Right, or shooting clusters, right? We've been talking about this guy from back here. We're looking at the Chinese New Year shootings and stuff like that. But we were looking at it from back here when we first posted this guy. I believe it was Void Door. I think it's the end of October. And we got these next ones that came in. And we've been looking at this as a bottoming of a potential bull flag that wasn't the best of breed, right? We came out realizing crypto was the best of breed. We talked about that, post Golden Child, that the best of breed asset in the market, after gold had really become crypto. Crypto became even stronger than gold, which was running, was crushing every risk asset. And so cryptos, very outlier, risk-seeking assets are these meme coins, right? We talk about LTC, the second layer risk, but meme coins are definitely down in the fucking 15th layer of fucking crazy risk, right? So when we look at this, you don't see something like, where did I put it? Damn it. You don't see something like this until you're in the very late innings. Because meme coins are fed by people in crypto that are already seeking risk, right? There's no really way to FOMO into these DEXs and things for the person who's on the outside, I need to buy some Bitcoin. This is fed by people already in crypto. You saw some insane shit in here. I think they said some guy put in $3,000, pulled out 3 million. You've seen 500 ETH buys. This crazy stuff. Look, guys, this liquidation right here was fucking, this was a $1.7 million liquidation. And on this, right, we got a perfect contact on the previous system. Why we always, mark the previous all-time highs, because these are bull flag system highs, whole crashes. That is you're aligned in the sand when you're going to move to another system. And it perfectly intercepted this dump. As crazy as this fucking market is, right, it perfectly intercepted that dump. Now let's look at this chart and see what fucking, not CT, but NFT Twitter tells each other about it. This is the same guy who first stole my intel and market makers that then that guy Whale stole from him. When we talk about blind leading the blind, right, and these influencers. Nice little 67% one-day move for Pepe. A couple weeks ago, I talked about Pepe on my show, and the general tone was that we missed it. That's the guy who stole my homework, right? Has no idea what in God's green earth he's talking about. This looks crazy. This is the guy explaining market maker shit to people before it gets stolen by a different guy. You understand they're not smarter than each other. They all have no fucking idea. So explain to me how these people get to a position that their opinions are so highly regarded unless the people they're speaking to are actually fucking stupider than these guys. Yeah, it did look good because you don't have any experience in fucking crypto Twitter to know fucking that this meme coins come around, you pay attention, especially this motherfucker, Pep. If you know anything about the last one, that's a no-brainer. When somebody asks that one, yeah. That's the one I picked up and did because, motherfucker, if you've been around for even a little bit, you fucking know. When that thing comes up again, why they make it and where they made it. So, you know, sentiment things. Always find it quite funny. I put another one up that was interesting too. Hang on for it. Wait for it a sec. These guys are killing each other out there, right? At some point, these guys won't police themselves. As long as you say good morning and kiss a little ass, these guys love you, you know? Messenger bias is a hell of a drug. Had another one that's pretty interesting. Another influencer. Check this out. Oh, wait. So if I let's just give you a hypothetical. You know I hate hypotheticals. But let's say I walk in, right? And your dear old dad, he's not doing so hot, right? He's looking kind of bad. He's got some heart trouble. And I walk in and tell you, it's like, I don't know much about no heart surgery, but I think daddy needs a triple bypass. Are you going to take my advice? If the first thing I told you is I don't know anything about fucking heart surgery? Once you say, I don't know shit about shit, and the next word is but, it equals punch in the fucking face only. I don't know why that's not a thing in 2023. But where I come from, if the next thing after I have no fucking ideas, but you just get knocked out. Like, shut the fuck up. Well, for some reason, that doesn't translate all the way into the Gen Z. They're fucking halfway retarded. And so you've got these niggas out here saying shit like this. So more discussions about the blur market maker because everybody's fucking got to be the guy to bust the blur market maker. Because, you know, look at this guy. 406,000 people are going to follow this guy's insights. 406,000. So when you see that, like a 1,500,000 like post, it's like 500,000 to 1 million people saw it. You don't realize they all don't speak. The crowd of people are going to go in the wrong fucking direction for Pepe to allow Pepe to do that come from these guys. They're not sort of death in every cycle. The same guys who sent everyone to the top of LTC winter, it's these shitbags, right? And that's why they have to, like, you know, try so hard to please people by the way they write, because they're not writing substance. When you have to fucking, like, you know, carefully and good mornings and all that shit, you are selling bullshit. So here's his interpretation of the blur market maker. You want to see why everybody dies out there? This is why everybody dies. Remember the last guy, when the market maker pulls the floor, it's over. It's going to zero, right? Everything's going to zero. This is the same guy that single-handedly took clones from 2.2 to 2.7. Not exactly, and not single-handedly, but sure. And then placed a bid of 320 clones at 2.66 ETH. Okie dokie. That sounds intelligent. Now, not sure what this dude's end game is, but bitch, stop. Why is this guy leading anybody around with that sentence written out loud? That's the part you keep in your fucking head before you give him the answer. The fact is, you don't know what you're talking about. This has zero context or meaning to anybody. That bid wall that's there for the moment you snapshotted it before he moves it somewhere else and fucking had it there for like all of 3 minutes and doesn't mean fuck all anything, right? So let me fucking correct the next sack of fucking shit that doesn't know what he's doing talking out of his pussy hole on the internet. Yes, I did say all that. Stop talking out of your pussy hole. It fucking stinks. So the blur market maker isn't working blur anymore because the incentives are finished yesterday. And anybody who pays attention would realize he's now over at OpenSea getting their incentives. So he's not doing shit on fucking blur, you fucking numbnut. God damn, just shut the fuck up. He pulled all blur walls already and moved them over here for their fucking goodie bags, you retarded fuck. he's over here now. So when you stare at everybody looking in the wrong fucking place constantly, you wonder why some people lose money. Put his wall down here now. Sweet Jesus, he's got 1900 down there. Oh, he's gonna fucking consume 10% of the clones. He pulls the wall at 260. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Hang on. I need to make sure this message fucking gets across.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly.
Alright. Nothing's coming up, so this is what I got stuck with. I don't have any other good masks really close to the fucking frog, so shit's not working out the way I fucking had expected, but fuck it. We're going back to fucking Kermit. Alright, well anyways, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Whichever one of these gets the fucking point of course, shut the fuck up. Hey. This bitch got some big ass teeth. No, but yeah, seriously, like, I mean, I don't know what else it's going to take to get the message across. You guys are influencing people into their fucking graves. Like, please, God, stop it, motherfucker. This is really odd they put these next to each other. But anyways, you get the point? Like, fuck. Anyways. It's just ridiculous, right? Like, blind leading the blind. Stop giving context and shit. You have no idea what the fuck is going on. So for anybody who gives a rat's ass, past the ADD that fucking hit everybody after I explained it, the nigga's over here now. And he's running suppression over 3. So, get this bitch over 3. The fuck y'all waiting for? Yeah, but anyways. Unbelievable. Maybe I come off a little toxic, but I won't lie to you. And I won't kiss your ass. And you can fucking trust that shit. You can take that motherfucker right to the bank, bitch. Yeah, I said it. I don't know what I'm doing with this fucking Ice Queen. Anyways. I wonder why no one takes this fucking show seriously. Motherfuckers be hating, boy. Hating. Anyways, let's focus. It is 9:16. Any motherfuckers ever write a war story anymore? Does anybody do that? Is that part of the fucking community fucking program? I don't even know. Oh, real quick before I fucking forget. So, bitches, it's time to change the game once again. So, for any clones, new clones and old, I want you guys hop over here into our Discord and you can now verify without fucking like compromising your shit. It's not fucking collab. Vulcan, just like Artifact has, if you have clones, we created a cool channel for you guys where we're going to start working on clone business development. What do we mean by that? So one of the problems is that we don't have use cases. No one knows what to do with their clones, right? There's a couple thousand clones sitting in the hands of folks who don't know what to do with it. So we're going to help you guys learn how to fucking do something with your 3D representation of self and create virtual businesses, or even a virtual representation for your business that's already brick and mortar in, Web3. For people who are digital artists, people who are coders, people who understand Blender, people who understand, selling t-shirts, branding t-shirts for businesses and things like that. There's a myriad of opportunities to create like a online presence that has like a more human feel, through Web3. And that's what we want to show. Like I ultimately took my clone and rebranded my entire show through my clone because I had a brand attack that stopped me from being able to use my main brand. So I was able to basically resurrect my brand under a clone that I never intended on selling. I got a clone that matched the color scheme of my brand and my personal demeanor. And he's literally my brand rep forevermore, wherever I go. At Artifact after parties, if I hold conventions online, if I bring businesses into my own fucking, virtual real estate and decide to hold business meetings, that is going to be my business representative in Web3. And we want to show a lot of you guys how to get that going because once you start to show people that you can take this asset and make him value added, like a piece of real estate, right, that pays you rent, this guy can do things for you. You can use it to generate relationships you never get a chance to. And, just like the real world, these assets carry status. If you have Murakami drips in this world and it's understood, you're going to be able to talk to people you couldn't talk to before. And honestly, you're just going to translate the real world into the virtual world because all the same human dynamics are going to be true here. So we're going to focus on helping people who pick these up do something more than just sit on them hoping somebody else pumps your bag, right? This thing pumps on a change of perception. And that the fact that the technology is moving to a place that we can do something with it, it's time to actually be the settlers and seize on this. We don't want to be the last guys in the room to watch somebody else start fucking like, a Web3 storefront for his tattoo parlor and fucking like, show people designs there and stencils and fucking be able to bring people into various locations. He's got brick and mortar through that portal before you do it, right? We're the first ones here. And we want to be the ones to kind of like lead that culture, show what is possible to do in Web3, because everyone just kind of thinks, well, we're going to walk around and shoot each other with $5,000 and $10,000 PFPs. No, these things are so much more than that. You have a piece of Murakami art that you can actually brand to your business. If you have IP rights, there's a lot of untapped potential here. And it's just waiting for the tech to allow us to do something. So if you're interested and you're, from out there and you don't think I'm totally psychopath, jump in there. We're going to just help people get started. If you own a clone, I'm going to show people how to use Web3. So hop in and verify and check that out. And for any of you guys that own some of my art, make sure you verify also. We're going to have some really cool things starting in the Nomics Art Collections channel. And we're going to be working, going forward in derivatives and things like that, and a whole bunch of cool shit that I've been waiting to do and waiting for people of the skill set to be in a place where we can move into that world, into things like understanding backwardation at like very nuanced levels, understanding how to hedge, in using theta, and understanding volatility and how to fucking like really game, volatility events, known volatility events like fucking earnings, and understanding other dimensions that the Greeks tell us about price. Obviously, you need to be very, very fucking, thorough in your wave logics, and comfortable with that before we put things onto that. Before I'd wanted to do that, and honestly, the habits of folks that are kind of thumbing through wave logic and kind of going back and forth in the drift doesn't lend to moving to that next echelon. So for the people that are more established, that have like been long timers, that have been the bulk of our art collectors, those folks are in that kind of place. So always trying to make sure there's something for you guys to keep your interest, to keep you going forward and getting better. And if you're you're independently wealthy and you're an art collector, there's still more to learn. So if you're interested, jump into that channel. And if you're a clone and you're in both channels, well, it's gonna be really interesting. For us, you guys and acolytes that are interested in things like that, we're gonna start rescheduling some concept calls, and I've definitely gone through some things, seen where some of the the pitfalls have come. The rooms have been really quiet, and the drift has definitely fucked a lot of you guys out of a lot of the things that you came to learn and did learn and have now lost. And so we need to make sure we balance out the habits of acolytes. Just signing up for YouTube Premium and not showing up doesn't mean much. And in something like Pepe going by pisses you off, it's because of like an inferior habit, why no one was paying attention and communicating to actually act on this. Another thing that I think is really amazing is I've been in crypto for 9 years, and actually in November it'll be 10. I've never had a channel go as asleep as they went in an alt season as this. This is your alt season, and this is the latter innings of it. And everybody in this ecosystem came to us through crypto, and the bulk of the ecosystem missed the biggest play in crypto. Think about last summer, how many people are on fucking perpetual contracts on ETH when it's not moving, and then think about fucking this year seeing this, right? And literally no one is looking in that direction. Most of Europe and Australian traders are offline looking for the U.S. sessions, right? We already know stocks are not the fucking like top thing that you should be paying attention to, right? The best of breed asset class in the world is crypto. If anything, the room should be 24/7 for crypto, right? This is what's moving, and the room is ghost. I think that's astonishing, for an entire room that was born of crypto, for that to be happening. That's absolutely sentiment things. When have we ever seen such a vacancy on the bottom of a pump like this? On the bottom of the bull flag of BTC into the end of the year, on the bottom of fucking the bull flag of the S&P with the murder cluster, that so much of the ecosystem would be fucking absent in Europe and Asia when crypto is 24/7 is absolute sentiment things. And a vacancy like that lends to the possibilities of a much bigger pump, because, in the bottom of 2019, we were there as a mass, and the bottom of 15, we were there. This is the first time I've seen so many people distracted, life issues, in NFTs, in something else, just not prepared, in a position to capitalize on this at all. That doesn't really happen. I've never seen it like that. Gamble's been with me since 2014. This is 2014. We're balls deep in alt season. In 2017, this is the first time shit like this is going on, and pretty much no one fucking knows shit about it. My son and his friends are balls deep in these fucking Discords and Telegrams fucking trading these things. they're the guys who now know where alt season is. But the guys who've been in the market 5, 6, 7 years have completely closed their eyes. Maybe become too sophisticated, thinking like the S&P and that is where I fit. And I don't like 6x gains. I don't know about you, but if it moves, I like money. So food for thought, right? Everyone really did fall asleep, and it's astonishing the timing at which they did. You're in a fucking bull market in fucking crypto from the end of the year. And strange enough, right? We know some things about the timings of previous cycles. You want to see something really fucking crazy about this? Check this out. So what is the LTC cycle end date? When we had the end date, it was December 27th, 2018. The altcoin winter date was June 13th, 2017. Isn't it crazy if you look at this cycle right here, the bottom of this bear cycle right now to lead into this pump? If you go to December 27th, because things are fractal like that, it's literally just about a candle off of where this pump begins, akin to the cycle fucking end date of 2018. And if that's correct, and if cycles like altcoin winter, if altcoin cycles, the altcoin cycles typically time out in the middle of June or July. That's why I forecasted June 13th. If I'm right, and that Pepe Cash is a late cycle fucking play, you guys have just about missed alt season completely that slept on this and really didn't review the shows or stay talking to one another. You probably have to about here before you end up with the BTC dominance tide and the alt rallies kind of take a break. So, don't FOMO if you sat there and missed the whole thing. But to give you an idea of the timings that we were used to, right? We're used to like basically end of year, like cycle timings with Bitcoin and midsummer cycle times with alt season. And I dare say that the vacancy is down here, I don't think BTC has to come back. I think you missed it. This may shockwave and time correct a little bit, but there's a chance that vacancy down here lends to a lot more movement, over a greater time that the people who miss this will FOMO into later at much, much worse prices. So it's food for thought looking at this cycle, looking at the ETH cycle and stuff. All right, these things, this is a hell of a movement, and we look at where ETH came from. ETH bottomed, here, it bottomed effectively in June. And this is, where most people are still looking. But the bull market is happening in fucking degenerate shitcoins and dexes that no one's staring at. Everyone's still waiting for the bulls to show itself here. But think about fucking Pepe. All that bull's happening, just not where you're looking. So food for thought for all my crypto traders that are staring like a fucking hawk at, mid-tier performing US assets in a basket of assets that gold and crypto are far superior. So that's a mouthful. Hopefully you guys got all that. That's too serious for Kermit Frog, isn't it, motherfuckers? Nobody wants to hear Kermit talk like that. I don't even want to hear Kermit talk like that. Shit's terrible. Anyways, it's 9:27, motherfuckers. For anybody that needs to get prepared to get their balls chopped off on the opening bell, get the fuck out of here. Go get your balls chopped off. God damn it. Kermit Frog, you non-facial recognition motherfucker. No way. Unbelievable. Oh, that's what's happening in this bitch. 1 second. I've got no light. All right. Red numbers at 7 a.m. Red numbers at 7 a.m. Bitch, are you on fucking the West Coast? What the fuck time is that? Is that 10 o'clock like most fucking people care about that live near New York and trade on New York Times, bitch? Right. Sorry. But you know what I'm saying, right? Gamble, exactly. That's a really great point, right? What Gamble just said here, there's a number that Homeboy said, ISM at 10 a.m. So we'll stay on to the bell. ISM at 10 a.m. Right, in 2021, we did the Metaverse special in November 2021, our typical time. And everyone was looking for a bull market for crypto more so from that point. But crypto topped out and the bull run went to NFTs. And so the entire front end of fucking like the first quarter of 2022 was a bull run in NFTs while people were staring at BTC go off a bridge. And it's almost always like that. Izzy's giving a shout out to FOMC on Wednesday. Always pay attention to that. But yeah, and this time around, right, this entire community we have, 1,200 plus people, are staring at fucking U.S. risk assets in a basket of assets where we know Europe is the superior risk asset among equities. And equities themselves are fucking like underneath crypto. And crypto is fucking, second tier and third tier risk assets are where the real alpha's at when you're actually in a fucking crypto season. you're many layers in the dream away from where you need to be. And so we've tried to present, all sides of every asset class we talk about, but we've definitely stressed that crypto is the best of breed. But what we're mostly pointing out is the fact that the core, hardcore crypto traders or community, the guys who never look at anything else, have now fully migrated to other things and literally can't come back to where they came from. Pretty crazy. Alt season, yeah, alt seasons is in the DEX. It's not in the fucking mid cap. It's not where anybody's looking. That insane shit you're seeing right here, look, where's it at? Where'd my thing go? I don't know what this shit is, but someone could call that to me and say, hey, check this shit out yesterday. And we have a fucking thing about this motherfucker, Bob. Bob be fucking people. And there's a fucking coin called Bob. Does anyone know what the fucker this is going up? It's called fucking Bob. And I believe the fucking websites for what did you do, Bob? The shit we talk about, Bob the market maker. It's literally fucking a coin called Bob. It's shit flying over there like you've never seen. There's nothing on fucking mid caps flying like that shit. Fucking Bob. You believe that? There's a motherfucker on the exchange literally called fucking Bob, bro. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah. This is your alt season. This is the alpha. There isn't any LTC or anything that's gonna be doing this moves, right? They're yesterday's fucking coins. This is where the alpha actually is. 1 second. Motherfucker, what just happened to that guy? All right, my bad. Lighting stitch. Anyways, all right, so let's get a macro in here and get you guys together and let what's popping. So we covered that, sentiment things. Don't get caught up in the messenger and fucking make decisions because the guy doesn't look right. That makes you some kind of prejudice, motherfucker. The good stuff. All right, so Winternomics TV, macro time. All right, so where are we at on this stuff? So right here, bull flag, we projected on S&P, rotated up. We're on the open flat. You want to pay attention to this right now because we're sitting in the phantom zone. And north of the phantom zone, if you get to, you're very close to where the S&P is now, is the trigger to go back above it, right? It's a big line in the sand. I know it's messy, but your big down waves are out of the phantom zone here on the red trigger. This box range is suicide. Above here, that low white dotted line, you watch between here and the 417.49, and you have a possible shot for the S&P now to chase this crypto strength. And if we're seeing fucking degenerate shit like that in meme coins, as crazy as it seems to be, it tells you, like we do the shooting cluster, a broad sentiment that there is risk-seeking behavior in some portion of the population, and a lot of the population we know has missed out. That doesn't mean that just because equities are not the strongest thing, they can't chase higher with that risk-seeking behavior spilling over here. So we get through this trigger, I would pay attention to that because we know no one's fucking around, right? Diamonds, go down a little lower as is. The diamonds, we had drawn some stuff up here before, some triggers we thought were worth paying attention to. They haven't been the best of breed yet. Until they get through this, it's a little choked up right now. I think your Qs are your guys that are showing the strength in chasing. Qs are tending to rotate here. The bull flag we showed you. God, why does that seem so zoomed out? All right, there it is. Right, we gave you a bull flag. Awesome test on top of a system. Just like fucking Pep coming down top of the previous system. Tagged it, 2 beat it, rotated, and now we're paying attention to what this guy has the possibility to do sitting here on top, but he at least looks structurally better than the Dow does, right? And he has at least room to run to this level and have confluence running into the diagonal, long-term diagonal, and possibly the last high right here. It's probably a good target to pay attention to if he gets up there. If he takes this kind of timing, it'll be even better if he hits both of them at the same time. VIX things. VIX is still really sedate going into the FOMC. Pretty unbelievable to see where he's at, right? He's sitting on a long-term angle. He's pierced it. He's come back across it. We definitely want to pay attention to this. The Fed coming on Wednesday. If they create a chaos that bounces off of this, we all know we don't want to see that with what that motherfucker is, right? That guy is the long-term angle of the entire rising structure in the VIX since 2017, since the top of the old cycle of fucking crypto, right? Projecting, forecasting, something likely very horrific if this thing has a long-term fucking bounce and continues to trend higher. DXY things. Watching him right now. possible bull flag down here, double bottoming with the original bull flag we had the projection on, and can he rotate and hold it? If not, this trigger level equals fucking real gas on the DXY. And we do see fucking European currencies still fucking keeping their strength, like keeping pushing higher. Pound and pound and euro, we talked about both of them, very structurally, looking very good. Pound also against other North American assets like the Canadian, right? Also against JPY. So a lot of these things, we went crazy against JPY. Well, there you go. So, all right, we talked about this. And if you guys pay attention, hopefully somebody here stayed on top of Forex and you guys caught this fucking crazy rotation that we had forecasted off of here. So pretty solid move in the pound. And if that's going on there, then it's going on in the euro. And if it's going on in the euro, right? You guys pay attention. We gave you that forecast too. Box range either comes out, rotates up, or it goes on top, bull flags, and then pumps. And then this bull flag we gave in the show. So I don't know if we could lay it out much better for you guys, but we gave you guys some good Forex, some good fucking, as many things as we can. Crazy thing. Okay. So that's our Forex, that's our VIX, that's our DXY, that's our SPYs, that's our, and we did crypto things already, we talked about it. So again, right, crypto, the focus, many people stay fixated on these big caps and they lose sight of the small caps. So I do appreciate somebody shouting out that micro cap. We don't cover south of 1 billion coins, but if I cover one, it's because it was a sentiment read on a lot of other shit, that I saw that was moving. And PEP being back is just, if you've been around long enough, any meme coins coming back, you pay attention. You don't make those until you can get them moved, you know what I mean? So we still don't want to pay attention to our big caps as like a broader metric, like the S&P 500s of what's going on in crypto land. And right now, a little tired up here. If that PEP and some of those things chill out, you might see some strength come back to these guys because money is literally fucking like going over to like speculation and leaving fucking your core. That's kind of what you're seeing here is the real strength. These guys kind of struggle up higher. The real strength is over in meme land and shitcoin land. So do want to pay attention to how these go if they correct back to this angle. I think coming back here you can hold and finish the projection and pump into this spot, and then ETH would hopefully chase higher and finish the rotation we've got in this little emotional troll X zone. But like I said, right, just keep track of this and keep track of some of these like second, third, and fourth tier risk shitcoins. So that's shitcoins, DXY, VIX, that's everything, right? It's everything they know we do. All right, cool. Got all that. And the market's not doing shit. I definitely like going through the bell and not rushing into a fucking meat grinder. That definitely feels pretty fucking good. Because God knows, nobody's trying to eat some motherfucking frog legs today. All right, so what do you guys got? We got some symbols? I feel like so much better. 3 symbols. Are y'all motherfuckers awake? There's like 125 niggas out here. How come there's 125 niggas out here? Who's the extras? Oh, now there's more symbols. I see. AMD Gold DKS. Okay, AMD Gold DKS. Okay, AMD. Last time we looked at it, you asked me, told him that, he was tracking backwards in a bull flag. He went deeper than the location. We kind of pegged like a possible zone for him above the box range under this trigger, but he could go all the way back, and we drew the angle once he went all the way back. So back to the major trigger we had down here, I think this is a good spot. So that bull flag might be mature. S&P's in an interesting spot in the phantom zone. I think these guys weren't paying attention a little bit. As the S&P starts to push out, tech's got a little strength, I'd watch this. I already forgot the other one. What was it? Fucking thing never puts the symbols on that screen. I know DKS is one of them. Fuck, get the other one in a minute. DKS. Dick's Sporting Goods. Okay, what's going on with Dick's? I think Dick's is probably on the old page. DKS. No? I never did this one? Okay, never did that one. Well, I guess the last time we ever talked about Dick's is back here. And geez, guys, what the hell happened? Never asked about this thing ever again. That's kind of crazy. Well, big ass bull flag, right? Rotate it out. When you look at system highs, right? Just like you look at Pepe, right? Remember Pepe, it's got that big high end, right? And a person looks at it like, oh man, that's as high as it could be. But you zoom out and you think about things, right? The way you should, and the top of your screen is not a real resistance point, right? So don't do that. He's got room over time to do stuff. This is obviously a massive time frame, but just a way to get your mind like out of thinking like it's high because it's physically high on your screen. That's like retarded. But don't put it past NFT people to fucking come up with that as a rationale, because I've seen some dumb shit out there, and it's dumber than fucking anything I've ever seen before. So right now, you look at how this interacts, right? And good thing you can kind of teach yourself some things. Let's see, where can I go find a good graph of this? Well, duh. Let's just look at this, right? How do systems leave? And a lot of times you'll see me put a box range at a system high like this to kind of give himself room to interact with the high and see what he does. Sometimes he can correct out of it, right? God damn it. He can do something like this and correct out of it and then come back up and then go out and then do some shit and then leave. Or he can stay and chop here and then go up above it and give you something to get into. Remember we said to be free and clear of this is kind of like we want to structure wherever it is, something just above it, not all up in it. And sometimes it's not the scale of what you want, but let's see if we can get down to a scale. You can see this now. This is obviously all happening in a short period of time, but fractal stuff, right? You don't have to worry about it. So here's the choppy stuff. Get rid of that guy. That's a projection. Here's the guy that, you know, would cut most people's balls off because you're like, oh, it's breaking the high. Oh, no, it's coming back. Maybe. And it establishes a range here. And then he does a bull flag like so, right? And that's your free and clear guy. That guy goes away. Obviously, if you do any, don't do any risk management, you leave a stop down there, you probably got torpedoed by that. But I don't know if how many of you had stops on this fucking DEX anyway. But at any rate, right? How it can leave. This is one way it can leave, but you're looking for something that's just above it. Even if he doesn't doing some horse shit, when he comes up here and comes back, he's still always looking for something that's just above it. That guy's just not intersecting with the localized monopoly he has trapped under here, and that gives him a new localized monopoly on top of that. When he marks that up, that has a good propensity to keep on rising. So yeah, that hopefully helps some of you figure out some things about how to deal with high breaks, right? So for right now, he's doing fuck shit. Don't fuck with the fuck shit. Okay, so that's dicks. All right, next. Gold, GOLD. Is it gold? Is in the stock gold you're asking for, or the actual gold itself? Because sometimes it happens. So I don't know. I'll put the stock up. Because no, we had it on here. So there's GOLD still doing his thing, possibly rotating. You're interested in him here above the previous system high he failed to get and stay above. Gold, the actual gold itself, GLD. That's not on this chart. It's on this chart. There he is. So you're watching gold. Okay, what we just talked about with Jesus Christ, PEP. Oh shit. I bet you guys wish you could see that. You're just gonna look at my big old frog lips, motherfucker. My bad. Okay. I got it. Stuff's happening. All right. What are they doing? GOLD the stock. All right. That's not the right one. GOLD the stock is GOLD. He's over here on weekly, big rotations. He's not been one of the stronger guys in there. Some of the silver miners have been a little bit better. I think like WPM and stuff like that. These guys have been much stronger. But, gold's going to have like, a generational move in it. You want to pay attention to everybody in the basket. And he is shaping up to do something. His previous system high, you wanted to rotate and be above this again, just like we talked about. And then gold itself, GLD, if you talk about the way we did with the system high of, God, what's wrong with me? PEP, right? You look at the system rotation of PEP and you say, God, I'm having a hard time today. Right? And you look at how he's going here. This is that box we want to watch out for. We don't want stuff that's like caught up in here. It'll cut us apart. We want something to get on top of here, cleanly out of here. So he's trying, pierce once. We want something to stay out here and then leave again. And that's probably pay attention to gold stocks if he gets clean out, just like we talked about. All right. Then I'm not going to look at every meme coin Farhan. That's I rarely do those, right? One of the rules is you don't look at things south of $1 billion, but I gave you sentiment things with probably the most liquid coin that's going to come out. I won't touch things that's one because I can move them. I knew what kind of money would go into PEP. At even at 100 million, I know what that thing does. Like, there's motherfuckers that made like 8 digits in that thing in the last cycle that we knew in our challenge. Like, it's ridiculous. So it had the liquidity and the velocity to not get you guys killed. But in general, I won't touch those because anything thinner, yeah, there's enough people that follow me, that shit will go flying all over the place. And that's not really my goal, I tried to just run a straight up analysis show. So I don't want to affect everything I talk about. And that's going to happen if I start touching things south of $1 billion a lot, especially if people expect it. So it'll get you in trouble. I don't try to be an influencer that gets you run into a fucking wall like that. I want you guys to make your own decisions. There's some things that obviously I'll tweet about. But the thing is, you're supposed to take information from here and make better choices yourself, not FOMO what Cat says. Regardless if I put Pep on the show, you still make a risk-adjusted entry, and you use your same logics, regardless of how popular it is. So hopefully the read I gave you on Pep, lots of these coins, Bob, you see them, they should give you some idea in that risk tier of like where you're at in that cycle. So best I can tell you. All right. D over VT. Okay, I'm gonna do D King first, and then I'll do that the CRB over the World Index. D King. DKNG has earnings. I think somebody just said. I think Izzy said this has earnings. Like, well, that's as cross likely as it gets, right? So let's see. Is that the last time you guys ever asked about this? Wow. So crash cycle is a bull flag, right? We talk about this all the time. Worth paying attention to. Will the dream of legalized gambling finally be realized? Feels like we're in the fucking another version of marijuana, doesn't it? So right now, this is a pretty good spot to rotate. What's not on here? So low volume, and if you look at this guy over here, see this thing? See this little range over here? That's the original pump flag that he came from, and look at his range, it's perfect to where he based out at. So rotation back over what is a crash cycle high, even though this is a small system, he sustains here and gets a callus is decent. This guy could get legs to fucking fully break out of this like low blue zone and stay out of it and rotate the flag completely. So I think we want triggers up here, and you're watching for him to complete, he might not do that. If he gets an earnings callus, he might just go straight out. But if he comes out of this, you'd probably be interested to see what he does, and he make it cool to fuck off and then go again, something like that. So see what's, okay, that's dumb. And then somebody asked with Blur, USDT. Let's got the biggest chart for him. Nope, Blur, USDT, keep going. I don't know which exchange has the best one for it. So everyone's trying to figure this out with the airdrops from Blur, what's going to happen to this thing. I mean, it sounds like what they're going to do is be pretty dilutive. And I would imagine everyone who's farming the shit out of Blur is going to want to be first in line to get it off their hands. If the whole point is to collect your reward, if the coin gets suppressed while there's a ton of supply, you run the risk of not compensating yourself properly for the farming you've done. So, my thoughts are that the biggest farmers are going to have to dump the shit out of this thing to make sure that they don't get caught like short of what they should have earned for it. So get that thing off the screen real quick. What can we look at? I think we look at this. Look at that, and your first initial high, eesh. I don't think you want to play anything that's under that, right? The first recoil high that he set, this 2B is a trap if he's recoil tested it. So I wouldn't fuck with anything on this thing. And that's, like I said, he has some fundamentals that's kind of scary that are coming along, but just on the technical level, looking at it like this, right, he's probably not safe anywhere underneath this thing. But again, right, play best of breed. After the things we talked about today, this definitely isn't it. TRJ EFF CRB/VT. So we're putting the CRB over the world indexes to look at basically a basket of commodities bricks versus risk-seeking assets like equities. Let's take this guy out and look at it. And so this guy's kind of flagging here. If we look at this, we can't see all the way back on this. Let's see, TRJ EFF. Let's go back real quick. So we're missing this part of it. So you see this flag that you got here? It can kind of be misleading. So let's put that back on top. TRJEFF CRB/VT. And so for that reason, you can't see it quite correctly, but that flag very much is the same, right? You're not really gaining anything more insightful by putting it over VT than just looking at the CRB in terms of like dollars. It's basically this basket of commodities versus everything else on the planet, including the US dollar and our risk assets. They pump this, they're trying to kill the dollar, trying to fuck us in the bond market, and they're trying to fuck up like our risk assets. So really it's one and the same, the correlation, right? So this is a bull flag that you care about. Where did I put that chart for this guy? TRJEFF. Right, that bull flag. That's the bull flag we care about. And so what you just put on top of it, it's the same thing, right? This same structure. This rotates, it's going to be fucking, living standards go fucking out the window for everybody in the West, and our money turns into absolute dog shit. So this is the bull flag of our time that we pay attention to, along with the TNX bull flag, right? These guys equal really bad things for the United States, and our affordability of life. The thing that they're trying to steal from us. BRICS versus NATO. This is too serious for Kermit the Frog. Anyways, I covered everything that we needed. Hopefully you guys that got some memos that help you. Remember, a chance favors the prepared mind. If you're not around for the trade, there's no indicator that will save you, right? So if you're just not around, you're just going to miss opportunities before anything else. So participation is key and all that jazz. Till next time, motherfuckers. This is the Toxic Revenger. Look at that, 1 hour precisely. You would think this is scripted. Like I have a fucking executive producer that's fucking calling me in the ear and being like, "You fucking dumb fraud, get off the air." But no, seriously, it's time to go. So good luck, motherfuckers. Catch you on the flip. Peace.
Welcome to Winternomics TV. Your stream will begin shortly. Loading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get ready, bitches. Winternomics. Welcome